My name is Yanis Fodopoulos. I am a QA manager of Pharmaceuticals, located in Greece. I'm also the serialization project lead since the beginning of the project and still continuing. I am a chemist and an MBA holder, and my total experience in pharma is 20 years. Help Pharmaceuticals is a private company founded in 1971. We are both an MEH and we also a CDMO. Our manufacturing site is located in Ioannina, northwest Greece. Our CDMO business is about 60% of our production volume, and we have 45 customers related to contract manufacturing, brand owners. We operate in various regions in our exports in Europe, former CIS countries. We're active lately in Gulf countries and also Southeast Asia. We will manufacture, apart from generic pharmaceuticals, which it's a majority of our volume, we also manufacture medical devices. Our dosage forms include both sterile and non-sterile dosage forms. We have many dosage forms covering most of the available forms. And regarding the serialization program, this was launched in 2019 for the EU Falsified Medicines Directive. And the initial solutions, technical solutions that we decided at the time. So essentially for level 1 to 3, the packaging machine and the site software, level T software, was purchased first by one vendor. And based mostly on this selection, which preceded the level 4, level 5 provider selection, this impacted our decision to select the second different vendor. The level 4 and level 5 provider, the solution, was a cloud solution. However, as discussed already in the previous slides, it was a single tenant point-to-point connection and validation activity. So this was the initial, the previous solution that we had. One of our major burden was the onboarding, both in terms of costs, but also regarding delays. Regarding onboarding costs, this was too much for us because these were hidden costs. Any new onboarding was based on time spent during the onboarding, so there's not any standard fee for this. So one time it might be one amount of euros, next time, next customer might be the double. So as you can understand, this caused a lot of problems to our business development. We could not, of course, absorb all the costs. Our customers complained about additional hidden costs not present during the negotiations of a contract. And in addition, license fees could also change. All these features were not known beforehand on the original contract. So this caused a lot of problems to our operation during this initial implementation period. Regarding delays, as we said, this onboarding was based on a ticketing system. So we had to make a new request through a ticketing system. And the response to this procedure was really, had a lot of delays, was time consuming. And most important, we didn't know when this would finish. So it was not standardized at all, and it was really hard to communicate and coordinate all this with the customers, us, and our provider. In addition, as Benoit said in the beginning, regulations change, new countries, new regions, complexities. So you need to navigate all this. You need a good partner, and at the previous situation, we did not have any support actually regarding continuous compliance and new regulations and new territories. that we wanted to expand. So, which is not the case right now, because actually, as I have seen, Tracelink actually speaks with the authorities of the countries that are moving with her serialization requirements. So this is really something that was missing a lot, especially in this international pace of developments. And in addition, we had also some production delays experienced occasionally due to connectivity issues, sporadically, but also we found at certain points that machine recipe setup could be complicated, could be more time consuming. So in general, simplicity was something that we wanted for our mid-sized company. We wanted more simplicity on recipe management. So these were, Alex, the main challenges that we faced during this previous solution. Having faced all these issues, as we described before, CMO, our CMO business is a key one. It's a core business that we want to keep growing, and so this situation could not go on for long. Our onboarding process should be streamlined, both in terms of time and predictability and specific costs. And so we didn't afford to let this go on for long, and we had to change it immediately. Regarding Vimachem and Tracelink, we trusted this solution. Initially, I would like to say that Tracelink is a global leader in serialization, which was already from the beginning in technology and the maturity of the system, and also the simplicity of use and of training of internal users, which is very important. We had evidence of trusted applications and implementation of the Vimachem and Tracelink implementation in manufacturing sites, which was really important after 3 years of active EU serialization journey. And what also really was important for us, and Vimachem with Tracelink could provide that, is that we needed an open architecture to integrate new vendors regarding packaging machines and aggregation machines, and we needed this option because the packaging vendor market also has fluctuations, and sometimes whole lines are brought off the market and stop circulation, stop support. So for us, it was really important to have the flexibility to move to another level 2 equipment if necessary. So this was really important for us. And we also needed simplicity, and both Vimachem, the level 3 software, and Tracelink, we had demos, we had discussions. So we've seen all the features, and we were convinced that this should be it was the best option for us. And also the factor of time, we needed to move fast to move to a new solution fast, and this was something that was a strong commitment by Vimachem and Tracelink, a strong commitment to finish that we'd complete the transition in a very short time, within 3 months, because that was our own deadline. So all these factors it was pretty straightforward after a point. For us, it was pretty straightforward to move to this solution. Our biggest concern regarding the transition was production downtime. That was our biggest concern. However, after discussing with Alex, with you, with Vimachem and Tracelink, we set up an implementation process, and that was clear from the beginning. So we were quite confident that any new system would be installed, and all configurations would be performed in parallel. Specifically, as an example, with the MVO, we had a second account in parallel with our previous solutions account. So all tests, all connections were performed in parallel. There was no downtime at all to our European exports. And likewise, regarding the level 3 software, it was installed and validated by Vimachem without any disruption of our existing operations. And regarding the new onboardings, because we switched to the new Tracelink level 4, level 5 software, we had created a plan for this. We needed a change control plan. We informed our customers and in advance, and we coordinated the departments, the orders, so that there was not any delay in delivery of orders. And that was possible because essentially most of our customers were already on Tracelink, so our in-house trained specialists could handle all onboardings, very easily, all the connections in 1 or 3 days. And any other non-Tracelink connection was handled by Tracelink Network Success Manager, and this was also handled with minimal, let's say, trouble on our side. And so it was really a very fast implementation. And regarding level 3 and level 4, of course, from Tracelink, the full validation also is the burden on mostly on QA side regarding documentation. And most of all, except for all this, I think also the responsiveness of all specialists and project managers was really made an impact. So we had the commitment, all elements were there, and we did make it happen. And our customers were happier. We were happier, and yeah, it was a good experience. With Tracelink, it's a simple process. So this can be done in very short time. Of course, it also depends if the other side is ready to respond always. But the actual time is no longer. If basic data are there and there's a basic understanding and planning, then the actual testing and connection time it's not more than that. So a good planning is indeed needed between the parties, but nevertheless, this was beyond even our own expectations regarding the transition. We had a very tight timeline of 3 months. Yes, this was performed in 3 months. And some onboardings were completed within the next months, but this was arranged, as I said, and was planned, and there was no real disruption in delivering of orders or production downtime.